Good morning. It's a beautiful morning this morning. Sun's just coming up. It's about 6:40 right now. I'm just getting ready to leave here. So we're not starting our super early because we're working in a pretty residential area. So it's a real small job, so it's not going to take all day anyhow. The only thing we got to do now is get hooked onto the trailer. I got the wheelbarrow loaded in here and everything else we should need. So yeah, we're just getting ready to leave here. Let's just get hooked onto this trailer and we'll get out to the job. So it's 7 o'clock right now. We're on our way there. It's about a 20-minute drive or so. Sorry the lighting's not the best. It's kind of like dusk out right now. But yeah, we're on our way there. We got the wheelbarrow because we can't get any sort of equipment or the tractor or anything down back there just because it's way too tight. And I don't really need it anyhow. It's just a small job. So I'll show you guys another job I did there, a small job, and then I also did a small job at the neighbors. I can show you guys that as well. Yeah, and then I'll show you a big retaining wall that's hopefully going to be taking place in the springtime. That's also there. It's about a 90-foot long retaining wall, so we can show you guys that. So that's definitely a bigger job for me. But yeah, so we got the dump trailer on back there. You guys saw me hook that up. I just gotta stop and get some fuel, and then we'll be there. We're just out here on the job now. It's a bit tight working quarters around here, but I told you I'd show you that retaining wall. So it goes basically down the side of where the truck is, way down basically to the end of that other wall down there, and then up here to the front of the truck. So it's going to be about 5 feet tall or so. So it's a pretty good sized wall. It's real tight working quarters around here, so the truck's right on the edge of this pretty main road, busy road. And the job we're actually doing is over across the street over there, right down between those two houses. So I'll show you guys that in a minute. We're working on the beautiful lake today, as you can see. So here's the little job we're doing. I outlined it with the shovel. So it's 5x8, so this can be pretty quick. It's pretty easy digging, so just gonna get this dug out and then we'll get some gravel in it, get it compact, and start laying some pavers. It's just past 8 o'clock and we just got the sod dug out on that side. Just gotta take a little topsoil out of this side. It's hard to tell, but it slopes down that way pretty good, but there's gonna be a barbecue sitting on this, so it has to be level. So this side's pretty close to being dug. We got all the organics off the top and everything. This side just has to get dug down a bit, and then we'll start bringing gravel in. And I got already about half the pavers we're gonna need down here, so we're making good time. So guys, we got the base all set here. It's all compacted and you see it a little better now, what I was talking about with the slope change. So we're obviously down in the ground a little bit up on this side and down over here. It's tapering off, so that's why I brought the half yard of topsoil, so we can taper these edges in, because obviously it's going to be even higher when we put the pavers on. So we'll have to taper the edges in good there. And then I'm glad I brought a half yard of gravel too, because we used just about a half yard of gravel to put this all in. So I'm going to start setting the pavers, and then we just got to do the stone dust, or the poly sand, in between the pavers. And then yeah, then we'll just put topsoil on the edges, taper it in, and we'll be all done with this job. Guys, we got the pavers all down. So now we just got to do the poly sand in between them and do the topsoil. We'll touch up the poly sand around the edges once we do the topsoil. And then the guy's gonna sheet it himself. So yeah, we made out pretty good. Had enough pavers, enough gravel, and we'll have plenty of topsoil and stone dust, or poly sand. So yeah, it's pretty level. So it's level going across here really good, and then up in this corner we made it a little bit higher just so there's a bit of a flow line on the water. You might be able to see it a little bit right in here. There's a small flow line that comes down through, just so that during the winter there's no setting water on top of this, otherwise it'll heave. So yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. We'll get this wrapped up and we'll get out of here. I also want to show you guys this. I did this job for him this past spring. Just a small, same pavers, just kind of, this was all kind of getting washed out bad, so we got it all taken care of for him. This is still looking great. We ended up doing a little stone along here just because of the edge of the house wasn't quite square. So we did a square off the pavement there, so it looks uniform coming down. But this house isn't square to this house, so we ended up did a kind of straight line down here and filled it in with a little stone. Over here we cut along the edges underneath these trash cans. But yeah, this is looking great still, and it's holding up well. But yeah, we also did a drain for him up under here. I'll show you guys that. It runs underneath the house, underneath through there. But there's the inlet right there. He was having problems with water flowing down through here fast, so got that put in for him. And that actually comes down, goes underneath the house here, underneath the pavers, and out through underneath here. And it comes out under the deck. So yeah, that's looking great. Yeah, and we also did a job over there at that house. Somebody else is owning it now, so I probably won't go over there and show you guys that, but we did do a job over there as well. Guys, it's 10 o'clock right now. We just finished this up, so it's looking great now. Be perfect for him to put his table and barbecue on. It's nice and level, except for obviously the little swale that we put in to catch the water. But everything else is nice and level. We taper the edges nice in with the lawn for him. He's gonna move this wood stack eventually, and then fix a little bit of topsoil around there. He told me just to put it up against it for now, and then once he gets around to moving it or burning the wood, he'll move it, and then he can go from there and put a little more topsoil back in there. So all the gaps are looking nice. They're all filled in with the stone dust. I put a little topsoil along the back here on the fence. It kind of is what it is with the height difference. It's kind of hard, but I filled it in a little just so the stone dust doesn't just fall right out the edges. So yeah, all the edges are filled in good. It's a beautiful day out here on the lake. It's probably about 55 degrees or so, windy, but the wind's pretty nice for working in this weather. Yeah, this is looking great. I'm gonna pack up, put the tools away, and we're gonna get out of here, and I think we're gonna do some mowing for the rest of the day. So like I said, we did end up using most of the material that I brought. So I had a half yard of topsoil, half yard of gravel. Used probably 3/4 of each of it, so I'm glad I got a half a yard total. We have an extra layer of pavers. I can bring those back to the paver supplier whenever I go back there. I thought I was gonna have enough. I got 3, but I'm glad I just went ahead and got 4, because as you can see, I only had 3 extra left. So rather have extra than not have enough. Yeah, so I'm just gonna tarp this load and we're gonna get out of here. So I don't know how well you could hear me on those last couple of clips because it's so windy out, but we got that job all finished up good, and yeah, so he's happy with it, and we're heading back now. I don't know if I think I'm just gonna leave the stuff that's in the trailer for right now, because I think I'm just gonna end up bringing that pallet of pavers back to the supplier, that layer of pavers or whatever, because I don't typically use those pavers very often, so I don't want them just to sit around and become unusable really. I have another couple layers of another type of pavers that I don't really typically use as well, so I think I'm going to bring those back at some point this week, but for now we're going to go back, and I think we're just going to grab the mowing trailer and head out and mow a couple of properties that need to be mowed and also bagged and do like fall cleanup on. So yeah, that's what we're going to do now. So we're heading back now, and probably going to have some lunch in between that, and then we'll head to those other properties. So guys, we just finished up on the first cleanup mowing, so I didn't really record anything there because some people were outside and I didn't want to invade their privacy or nothing, but yeah, so I finished that one up there. I'm heading out to another building that they own. I'm gonna take care of that one for them as well right now, and yeah, that'll probably pretty much wrap up the day. It's about 2 o'clock now, so yeah, I'll probably catch you guys there. I'll see if I can maybe get a couple before and after shots of it. So yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you then. Guys, as you can see, I just finished up this property, so this is going to be the last one of the day. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that right now, so I'm going to get out of here and head home, and tomorrow we're going to be going out, and I'm going to be helping that guy out there on the retaining wall a little bit more that we went and picked up the truck for yesterday. So I'm going to be going out there helping him a little bit more tomorrow. So I don't know how much I'll video out there. It's a pretty steep cliff. I'll at least show you guys, but it's a pretty steep cliff working on it, so it's kind of hard to film anything. But yeah, this one looks good. They're in the process of doing work around here. They're building this new building and doing a bunch of work, so there's not a whole lot to mow here as of right now, but in the future, probably not till next spring, we'll have a lot more to mow around here. But for now, we got it cleaned up as best we can and looking good, because this is right on one of the main roads here, so I want to keep it nice looking. So it's pretty long, so I actually ended up bagging it all for him, so we didn't have a bunch of grass clippings laying around. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Just like and subscribe for me, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.